I guess explain to me why I, as the man, should pay for a first date when a lot of women are out here sleeping with multiple men at the same time and sleeping with multiple men at the same time. Like, a lot of you said the man should pay, right? Which is him adhering to his traditional gender role. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
How many of you are traditional women?
Absolutely not.
You're not traditional, though.
No, I'm way different than traditional.
So then isn't it unfair to ask for the man to be traditional if you're not traditional?
I mean, they go above and beyond usually. We get experiences that are not what the average person would get. Like,
oh,
but
sure.
You don't have to be traditional to be feminine and to give like a guy like your femininity.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, let's pause. What do you mean by traditional femininity? Because when I think of traditional woman or traditional femininity, I think of modesty, I think of self-sacrifice, I think of discipline, I think of motherhood, I think of being a good wife, I think of dedicating your physical being to your husband exclusively and solely. So I'm hearing the word traditional femininity or traditional woman, and I'm like, what's going on here? Maybe I think we have different definitions, right?
Well, like me personally, I like to like cater to my man, like cook for him, like clean for him, like have all his shit ready for him, like be there for him. You know what I mean?
There's some kind of bug.
It's literally a fly.
Don't worry,
like
it's
that.
not gonna bite you. It's
Is
just
it a
like
bee?
a little, no, it's just a little fly.
Okay, you
It's
guys
a
are
little
all
fly.
scared. I thought it was a bee.
It's it's not a bee. It's not gonna sting you guys. It's just a little bug.
But yeah.
Look, it's just like. Look, we have girls who are sex workers on the show. We have strippers. We have porn stars. We have OnlyFans girls. That's cool. But it's just, to me, it's like, why are you holding men to these traditional standards when sex work is not traditional?
But you don't have to be.
You got an answer for me? What you got?
To be feminine.
I just don't think that like sex workers want to have sex with a lot of different people that casually, because we have sex for a job. From my personal experience, I hate having sex like that doesn't
having sex?
That doesn't have a connection.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like to be really close with someone, and
sure.
like I said earlier, get really obsessed and just want to be with them. So like, there are those girls out there, whether they're sex workers or not, that will be loyal to you and be really into you. You just have to find the right girl.
But I mean, but here's the thing. Just by virtue of being in the adult entertainment industry, you are immediately classed as not being traditional.
So?
But what the point I'm trying to make is if you are not traditional yourself, you ought not expect men to be traditional.
Are you talking about paying for dinner?
Yeah, I'm talking about paying for first dates.
But I think from a perspective
why are we doing traditional as a blanket? Sex work versus paying for dinner, what does that got to do with each other?
Well, I'm saying traditional men
I'm saying you expect men to be traditional, yet you are not traditional yourself.
I don't expect men to be traditional. I want to go to Nobu. I want them to spend thousands of dollars.
That man paying for dinner, that's a function of traditional masculinity.
I want rich high rollers.
Hold on.
I like that.
So, but you're
that's traditional.
You want a guy to be provider. You said you want a guy to take you to Nobu and pay for $1,000 dinner.
I mean, yeah.
Can I ask you what do you feel like
That's
you have
provider.
to offer?
Some really good pussy, some really good head.
But a guy can get that from anybody.
But what if you never ever say no?
What do you mean? What if you ever never?
Like,
I mean, I
no?
can do things that
like
some
if
girls
you don't say
can't.
no to him.
But I don't think you guys understand that men look at sex completely different than like how women do, and like.
I'll tell you, that type of man you're describing, that attractive, successful, tons of money going.
I'm seeing him this weekend. I'll see you soon, baby.
I'll tell you, that type of man can fuck as many women as he wants.
It's true.
You're not special to him.
It's true, but the money is special to me.
But he's never gonna. Does it offend you guys that man will never marry you?
I don't care. But he's already married,
How do you know
actually.
that,
Yeah, I told you.
But how do I know?
So you're helping a man cheat on his wife?
Well, no, because it's my job.
Yeah.
What's your job?
To
escort?
To make men bust nuts.
You're comfortable helping this man violate his marriage?
I'm comfortable making money because he's going to go do it from another girl if he doesn't get it from me. So I might as well make this bank because this man is like double my age, maybe triple. I don't really know. But
no moral qualms for you at all.
She's not married?
I'm not the one that got into a relationship.
But you're implicated in his transgression,
Why do I have
right?
responsibility for what he's the one that, if anything, is
Imagine I'm a dealer and I said, well, if I don't sell meth, someone else is going to sell meth to these drug addicts, so
true.
it's not
Yeah.
my
My
problem.
My mom's actually a
Extremely
dealer
valid.
that's been in and
Your
out
mom
of
is a meth
prison.
dealer.
And she's been in and out of prison my whole life.
Your mom's meth.
That's good.
She
Let me just write that down.
yeah.
Hold on. Mom's a meth dealer.
Note that down. Yeah.
Was.
Okay. Was a meth
I
dealer.
think she's just an addict now.
She's turned her life around. That's
No,
dope.
no, absolutely not.
Oh,
but it's
I'm sorry to
okay.
hear that.
Thank you.
Do you think it's reasonable for a man to not want to date a sex worker? Is that fair for a man to say, I just don't
Well-
want to date a woman that's sharing her body with other men?
Well, like my dude, he's cool with me like doing solo content and girl, and because like I have respect for him, I choose to not do like dude content.
Well, let's dig deeper. So the content you are making it exclusively for other men around the world to play with their penises, right? That's your clientele, right? So is it okay for a man you're potentially dating to say, listen, I don't want my woman making content like that? Is that fair?
Like just solo and girl, he's not cool with.
He doesn't want you uploading naked photos, sexy photos on the internet.
Insecure.
Wait, why?
You
is
think that's
he,
insecure?
Very.
You think so?
Why?
Yeah.
Explain
why
why.
isn't he cool with girl? and
Because
solo?
why is what someone else is doing with their body bothering him so much?
Because he's looking to have a wife and have kids.
But like,
Wait, it's insecure. What? It's insecure for a
I
guy to not
think-
want to date a sex worker.
well, I think it's insecure for someone to think that someone without their clothes on.
So this is one of the beautiful
It's
things
not
about
to be
monogamous
respected.
relationships. Two people have come together and said, listen, this is an aspect of our life, of our being, that we are going to give exclusively to each other, and that's why it's special. We've agreed on
But
that.
you
Those
can
are
be
our terms.
monogamous and still post like slutty photos.
So I'm asking you, is it reasonable if a guy doesn't want you if you do
Is
that
he
though?
gonna be completely like monogamous to her?
Totally.
Like, all about
Totally.
her, obsessed.
Yeah.
Like you're my bitch.
He's
you're my
not
girl, you're
not fucking side chicks.
No,
Is that fair?
I want a guy that's cool with it, that is confident.
But what if he's
with
doing
it.
everything else that you want him to? Like, what do you want your man to do? You want him to pay for everything? Like, if he's paying for everything already, and then he's saying that he doesn't want you to do this, how come you can't make that sacrifice for him?
Because
if he's
I don't
doing
wanna.
everything
I'd
else.
rather find someone that will pay for everything and will also show me off and be cool with it.
So-
There's too many people in the world to not find someone that I like every aspect about,
You-
or
you-
at least most of them.
You value helping random men all over the world bust nuts more than the comfort of your spouse.
No, I value my income and my roof over my head and the food that goes in my mouth.
Okay, what if he says, listen, marry me, you're a stay-at-home wife, we're having kids, and you're my wife, I'll take care of you.
I can't trust
I will
him.
dedicate my
You
life
could
to you.
leave one
What
day.
if he leaves? What if he dies?
Why would he
Anything
leave
could
if you're doing
happen.
everything he wants you to do?
I've known men that are married for 10 years and then they decide, I'm gonna go to the strip club. I'm gonna cheat on my wife. I'm gonna give all our extra money to this porn star. I mean, you know, a guy's gonna give you a lot of money when you hear he's married. Like, that's just the facts.
Say the roles were like reversed.
I agree.
though.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
married
I think
Yes.
that men are cheating less than women, right? Isn't that
I think
the
men are
stat?
cheating. I think
Yeah,
so
I
many
think
men are
so.
cheating. It's
Well, you-
ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think that more women are cheating statistically, right?
No.
that true?
I think you could
Statistically,
find a guy
yes.
that's like cool with what you want to do, and he'll still love you.
100%.
You know, the type of
Absolutely.
guy that is like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. He's not for me, and he's not for you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
personally cool with girl and solo content because that's just, I'm cool with that. Cause like my dude, he's cool with me doing that. So like, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not ever like, no, you can't do this. You can't do, he's not like that.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
How come you haven't, because you said you were together for 8 years, but like, what's stopping marriage? Do you not like?
It's a
you know?
long story. It's like too long to get into. But yeah, eventually, yeah.
Say though, like if your boyfriend, your boyfriend was doing the same things that you were doing and you weren't, and you were in his position, like, and if he was, what am I saying right now? Sorry, I lost my
If the
train of
roles
thought.
were reversed.
Yeah, just if the roles were reversed, oh my god, I'm like.
Like if
literally
I was a
blanking
guy
right
and he
now.
was the girl.
No, if he was.
If he
doing-
was doing the content that you're doing and you weren't okay with it, is that a deal breaker? That's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's different though for guys.
Eric, can you hide the pop-up
But
chat,
it's the
please?
same actions, same ideas, same.
I think maybe at a base level, the concern you women have is that if you forfeit your income source, which happens to be sex work, then you're really concerned that what if the man I dedicate my life to and I sacrifice my income for, what if he betrays me? Then I'm fucked.
Right.
That's like at a base level what the
Yeah.
concern is.
Then you get half.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
Lady
he does
Gaga.
fuck up.
That I don't know. That thought doesn't really cross my mind. Like, you know, if like you're my dude, I trust you straight up.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that does come with time also.
As far as who pays for the date,
I'd prefer the man to pay because it's the norm, but I also don't mind paying. I like spoiling
sure.
my man.
Kelly, what about you?
I think that the man should pay for it just because I feel like when you're dating somebody, that's a part of being a man in a relationship. But like I said, you know, a woman can pay for like some things. Like, oh, if we go to dinner, you can pay for that. If we go to McDonald's, yeah, sure, I'll pay for it, no problem. And we go to dessert, like they said, like that's not a problem.
Like when
to pay
you're
for.
in a relationship for a while.
Yeah, but
In a
like the
relationship.
courting
First date is a little
the courting
different.
stage, yeah. If you're trying to make this woman your girlfriend, why wouldn't you pay for her? That you're doing your duty as a man.
It's a polite thing to do.
I agree.
It's the polite thing to do.
I wouldn't
Why?
say polite. It's just the if you like, it's the traditional way of going. It's you're being.
Sure. Okay, so I think you said that you would be you were disgusted when the guy offered to split the bill. Was it?
It sounds harsh now, but like
That's what you said, though.
I guess disgusted is the wrong word, but definitely turned off.
I mean, some girls are disgusted by men who are not prepared to provide.
I would say turned off is a more fair way to put it. I was being a little
That's
harsh.
that's fine. That's fine. And then I think you said whoever asks should pay. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, I've paid for dates before. I mean, I think in a relationship, like they were saying,
No,
that's
but
more give
let's
and take.
first date.
First date.
Is it whoever asks should pay?
Yeah, but usually the man would be asking me.
Well, that's what I'm going to ask. So
Yeah.
just who here says whoever asks should pay? Show of hands.
Well, I mean, that's fair, yeah.
Okay.
Like for first date,
But like a girl.
we're talking
wouldn't-
strictly
yeah.
First date. First date. Whoever asks should pay.
Yeah.
Is that your?
man should pay. The man should pay. On
Oh, the man
first
should
date.
pay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because some people's position is, well, whoever asks. But my thinking on that is, well, women don't really ask men out on dates. Generally speaking, yes. Do some women occasionally, rarely ask men out on dates? Yes. But generally speaking, women are the ones who are asking men out on dates. So your answer may as well be, men are de facto the initiators. So your answer may as well be men should pay. But I mean, it kind of ignores, it's a bit of a naive look. If your position is whoever asks,
I just think when a guy likes you, he wants to like take care of you and like show you, I got you, babe. Like, no worries. It ain't no thing. It's dinner, you know. Like, I got you. Like when a guy likes you, he's not like, oh, pay. Like,
Let me tell you.
that's kind of weird.
Let me tell you how I think this plays out in reality. I think if a man is asking and paying, he sees some long-term value in you. I think any man that is saying, hey, let's go 50-50. Hey, can you pay this time? Hey, my wallet's in the car. Hey, can you buy dessert? That man doesn't really see something long-term with you.
I've
That man is
never
looking to
heard
get
of that.
laid, or that man is looking for a one and done.
Yeah,
that man
that
is,
it would
that's
sound
what I
like
think.
it.
I agree with
I
that.
disagree with you. I disagree with you a little bit.
Okay.
And now, in a traditional world where women moved traditionally, I would agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think, at least in California, I don't know how it is in. I think in most of the Western world, women are definitely not moving in a traditional way.
No doubt.
So I don't feel obliged to hold to my traditional gender roles of paying for the first date, because women are not traditional. So I don't want to be a sucker. And a lot of these chicks, they're doing foodie calls. They're not serious about pursuing anything. They're bored on a Friday. Oh, okay, sure, I'll go on a date. And like foodie calls is a big thing. I've had a foodie call where the girl just went on a date for fucking free food.
Yeah, a lot of girls do
Well,
that.
Really?
I'll
I
tell you
feel like
this.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
Oh, no,
going out.
I
No,
know
some
a lot of girls
some
that
wouldn't,
do
but
that.
some chicks do. And then the
They
other
have like a
thing,
whole roster.
and I'll let you go in
They're
just a
like,
second.
I'm hungry. Let's go here.
The other thing
Wow,
is
I have
that
a lot of time.
I just don't want to be a sucker, because a lot of people are sleeping and seeing multiple people. So I don't want to be the guy that pays for you, pays for your date, and then you go and hang out with your buddy who, by the way, never has paid for you, and you him after I just provided for you. That's basically like low, like a low tier cuck situation.
Okay, so women, do you think it's fair for Brian to ask a woman on a first date, do you have a fuck buddy? Are you doing foodie dates? Is that a fair question for a man to ask on a first date?
Yeah.
Because if that's
Yeah.
the case, I'm out of here. I'm not paying for you. We'll go 50-50. I'm gone. Is that fair?
I don't think most girls would.
I think you should ask that before the date if it's really a deal breaker.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like,
But I think if she really likes you, she wouldn't do that.
do what?
Like what you said, like make you pay for all this stuff and then just like,
That's the thing.
peace,
You
I'm
never
gonna
know.
go fuck the loser like down the street. Like,
She ain't gonna say it, but she's gonna give you the ass out hug goodbye. Oh, I had a really good time, and then she's gonna go over to the guy who she's fucking, and
but can you tell when a girl like really loves you? Like
on
have
a
you-
first date. I mean,
Oh,
some
we're
women are
talking,
pretty
like-
coy, and
I keep forgetting it's like only first date. Yeah, that's hard to tell on a first date. You're right.
yeah, it's a first date, and maybe there's
Yeah.
nerves involved. Some people,
But
whatever.
after a
but-
while, I think, yeah.
I gotta say, like, maybe I'm out of the loop. Maybe you're in the California bubble. Maybe it's a different world down here. I feel like it's really easy to tell on a first date. Granted, I've been out of the game for a while. I feel like it's easy to tell when a girl's kind of playing that game. Do you think? I feel like within
like a foodie call.
Yeah. Like, but by the time our hour-long date is done at the restaurant, I think I've got a pretty good idea if this girl is living that life or she's just like a normal human female.
I mean, I think there's a lot of very sophisticated women, and I don't think we should underestimate the level of sophistication that goes on. I think
I don't
women,
know.
I think women are much more socially attuned than men, and they're much more capable of pulling off this manipulation.
I don't know
of
how
calls.
many master manipulator women are running that life. I don't
lot.
know.
Eric,
Really?
A
Eric, can you
lot.
pull up that
Maybe I'm
that
clueless.
story
Oh,
of that
you've been
chick
out of
on
the game for a
TikTok who's
while,
going on
huh?
6
I
dates
guess
a
so.
week for free
Dude.
food?
Dude,
Is it that bad?
these hoes out here are crazy.
Well,
They're
listen,
crazy.
we are.
But here's the thing. They think they like. I feel like a lot of it nowadays, like once as they get older, like they try to get married too. So it's like they're trying to play this trick to get married.
Keep in mind, we are in right now. We're in the most progressive hellhole mechanics place in the world. So if you're basing your dating situation off of this area, SoCal, it's probably not representative of how the rest of the world is operating, right?
Yeah, LA's. Yeah,
It's pretty bad down
it's
here.
really bad.
Yeah.
Scroll up so we can see the title. Yeah, this is it. I went on 6 dates a week and didn't have to groceries for 2 years. Scroll down. Hold on, wait. Sorry. Scroll up. I'm going to read the text. When they say women are bad with money, but you used to go on 6 dates a week to avoid paying for groceries. So this chick lived in New York and she boasted about going on 6 dates a week. And scroll down, Eric. I think she said how much she saved. She said she was saving probably saved about $150 a week. Scroll back up. Let's look at what she looked like. This is a very average looking woman. She is not remarkable in any way. And she's able to go on 6 dates a week and basically game men. Look, I'm not saying, look, most women are not doing this. But what I'm saying is, as a guy, you do have to be cautious. Foodie call is more a little on the rare side, but I would say what's fairly common is people are dating multiple people. I think that's pretty common for people to like have multiple people they're dating, both men and women, by the way. And so my hope, but here's the thing, on the first date, there's not an expectation that the woman should be paying for the first date. So as a guy, if the expectation is you should be paying on the first date, but she's dating 3 other dudes, she's sleeping with 3 other dudes, I'm not gonna I feel like a sucker if I'm paying for a girl, even if it's $10. It's not about the money. I'm good on money. It's a matter of principle. I don't want to feel like a sucker. I don't want to pay for a girl and she's fucking other dudes.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the solution then? Are you just never going on dates?
Well,
are you that demoralized out of the dating game? You're just never doing it?
Bro, I'm so jaded from fucking dating. Like it's bad, but
Not every girl fucks multiple guys. I know it's hard to believe, but I literally, like, when I find a guy that I really like, I only f him and I only think about him and want to be around him. I get really obsessed.
on the
I
first
agree.
date though, Like-
yeah, my last boyfriend, I met him on the first date.
yeah, but you
And,
you
like-
do sex work, right? So I mean, you're like f***ing within your work, right?
Well,
That's
I
her
didn't meet him
work.
at work. I met him on his podcast.
Okay.
And then it ended in Keemstar tweeting for him to wash his ass.
Okay.